Hola, muy buenas tardes a todos. Me da mucho gusto saludarles. Gracias por estar aquí. Es un privilegio el poder presentar este primer webinar de la Asociación Mexicana de Medicina de Estilo de Vida. La idea para el webinar del día de hoy es platicar un poquito sobre qué es la medicina de estilo de vida, a cargo de un conferencista y médico que lleva muchos años con experiencia en esto en Estados Unidos, y nos va a platicar de cómo el American College of Lifestyle Medicine ha hecho muchas cosas, así como ha cambiado la práctica de muchos profesionales de la salud, como médicos, psicólogos, nutriólogos, entre otros. Nada más para dar unas breves palabras, al final vamos a dar un poquito más de información sobre la asociación, pero la Asociación Mexicana de Medicina de Estilo de Vida, o la AMEV, es una asociación recientemente formada para poder levantar un movimiento en México y juntar a todos los doctores y profesionales de la salud en torno a la medicina de estilo de vida o lifestyle medicine. Nuestra idea es hacer desarrollo científico, hacer desarrollo clínico, hacer desarrollo institucional, hacer desarrollo académico. A final de cuentas, la medicina de estilo de vida es una de las principales herramientas que nos va a permitir revertir esta creciente ola de enfermedades crónicas a nivel mundial. Y afortunadamente la medicina de estilo de vida ya está mucho más institucionalizada y mucho más fácil de poder transmitir a los profesionales que no han tenido la educación necesaria para poderlo llevar a la práctica en su clínica. Entonces, ahorita la doctora Elisa Sacal, miembro fundadora de la MEF, va a presentar a nuestro conferencista para el día de hoy. Iniciaremos con la plática y al concluirla tendremos un espacio para preguntas y respuestas. Eh, y bueno, pues muchas gracias por estar con nosotros. Y Elisa, por favor.
Gracias, Vic. Gracias a todos por conectarse. Hoy vamos a tener con nosotros al doctor Víctor Peña Araujo. Se los presento. Él tiene un bachelor de arte en biología, es médico, tiene especialidad en cirugía con una subespecialidad en cirugía pediátrica que hizo en Londres. Y después de ejercer por mucho tiempo, cerca de una década, medicina y cirugía, regresó a Estados Unidos para aprender sobre medicina del estilo de vida, lifestyle medicine, y estableció su práctica privada en health coaching, creó una empresa de health coaching llamada Elite Personalized Health, y ahí es donde él imparte técnicas para health coaching personalizado en el estilo de vida. Actualmente esta práctica está basada en Austin. Y Víctor, muchísimas gracias por estar hoy con nosotros. Creo que va a ser muy enriquecedora tu plática. Vamos a tener una muy buena idea de cómo se ejerce la medicina del estilo de vida, cómo integrarla en nuestra práctica privada o cómo dedicarnos a esto de lleno. Así que muchas gracias por aceptar nuestra invitación. Y pues sin más, te dejo aquí con la gente para que puedas hacer tu presentación.
Muchísimas gracias, Elisa. Muchas gracias, Víctor. Y realmente les agradezco a todos su atención. Gracias por acompañarnos esta tarde en Zoom. Siento decirles que mi presentación es en inglés porque por la información que me dio el American College of Lifestyle Medicine, y para hacerlo más eficiente, la daré en inglés y después puedo hacer preguntas en español. Y si hay alguna duda en cualquier momento, por favor, díganme y puedo explicar las cosas, ¿ok? Voy a compartir mi pantalla, Víctor y Elisa. ¿Todos pueden ver mi presentación?
Sí.
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y todos me pueden escuchar bien?
Sí.
Sí, ok. Muy bien. So this is an overview, es una introducción de la medicina de estilo de vida. The American College of Lifestyle Medicine, excuse me. Un momento, perdón. Tengo que quitar. The American College of Lifestyle Medicine is the medical professional society for physicians and clinicians and other healthcare professionals, and all those professions devoted to advancing lifestyle medicine and the foundation of a transformed and sustainable healthcare. And so the American College of Lifestyle Medicine has a vision, and the vision is a world within lifestyle medicine that is the foundation of a transformed and sustainable system of healthcare. Their mission is to advance evidence-based lifestyle medicine as a specialty that transforms, redefines, and sustains health and healthcare by treating, reversing, and preventing non-communicable chronic disease. So lifestyle medicine is a new field of medicine. And as such, everyone comes from a different place. It's so new that we are writing the map. We are defining what it means, what it can do, what are its limits, what are its possibilities, and we are still defining who is part of it and who's not. And as such, it is a unique journey for each one of us. I have met many dozens of people in lifestyle medicine, and everyone has a different story because we all come from conventional jobs, conventional careers in medicine, nursing, social work, and many health executives all over the place. And we are all joined by a new vision. So everyone has a different story. And so I would like to tell you a little bit about myself, not so much because it's so fascinating, but because just to give you an example of how I came about, how I came into this field and what my background is, just to give you an idea of one particular person. But just like me, there are many other very different people with different backgrounds. So as Elisa kindly said, I have a background in biology. I did a 4-year degree in biology. Then I studied medicine, and then I became a surgeon in Ireland, where I practiced for nearly a decade. And then I finished a fellowship in London. So I had, since I was the age of 5, I wanted to be a surgeon. I was perfectly happy doing this. But during my fellowship, some things changed that I'll tell you about in a little bit. And so I discovered the field of lifestyle medicine. And within a couple of years, I completely retrained. And so I decided to make several changes. I got married, we had children, we moved back to the United States, and I became a certified health coach and a nutrition coach. And then I got the diplomate of the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. And all of these things helped me to start my company called Elite Personalized Health, which is a lifestyle medicine health coaching company. So with this, I stopped practicing clinical medicine and I focused on health coaching. So how did I discover lifestyle medicine? I was doing my fellowship in London. I was working very hard. I had plans to stay in England for the foreseeable future. When I read an article, it was an interview with Dr. Eddie Phillips, who is the director of the Institute of Lifestyle Medicine at Harvard Medical School. And in a single page article, he described what lifestyle medicine is and what it does and what its aim, what are its aims. And it totally changed my perspective. I realized that I had done 5 years of general surgery with adults, and I had struggled with, amputations and diabetic ulcer debridement and surgeries and bypass surgeries. And I had felt frustrated because it was not solving the root cause of the disease. We were just trying to fix a broken body without changing the lifestyle decisions that the patients were making. And Dr. Eddie Phillips described how lifestyle medicine gets to the root of the problem. And so that really made me start thinking. So throughout my entire fellowship, I was really in the back of my mind, I was thinking about this lifestyle medicine idea. It is such a new field that there are no residency programs in it, much less in 2010 when I first read about this. So then I looked more into it, and from Eddie Phillips, I researched where I could learn more, and I then completed the Harvard Medical School lifestyle medicine curriculum, which is just several hours of online training, but it was a very good introduction. Then I went on to the Yale University School of Medicine Weight Management, also online, and it was also very good. So slowly and steadily, I was just exploring the field while continuing my career as a surgeon. Then I found a website called nutritionfacts.org, and which is published by Dr. Michael Greger. It is a nonprofit website where he basically looks at the entire nutrition research around the world, but in the English language, and summarizes the patterns, the trends, and the evidence for the best possible nutrition. And he has reviewed thousands and thousands of papers, of published peer-reviewed medical journal papers, and he makes very easily digestible 4-minute videos online. And that, again, I started thinking more about this and the power of nutrition and the power of lifestyle changes. So that eventually led to me moving to the US and spending the better part of 2 years learning everything I could full time on lifestyle medicine and taking more courses, eventually leading to me discovering the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. And in 2016, I attended their meeting. I submitted a talk, and which I was invited to present. It was titled "Saving the Integrity of Your Lifestyle Medicine Practice." This is because I noticed that in this field, there's a lot of commercialism and a lot of abuse in terms of conflicts of interest. So I presented that talk. I had no idea what was going to happen. I thought I might have tomatoes thrown at me by the public, by the audience. I had no idea what kind of reception I would get, but incredibly, I got a standing ovation. Everybody stood up and clapped. The board of the directors of the ACLM stood up and joined me, and I thought they were kicking me off the stage because I had run out over my time. But instead, they just stopped everything and they said, "We just want to say that this is probably the single most important talk of the entire 4-day conference." I was completely floored. I could not believe it. They welcomed me with open arms. I did have a couple of detractors who wanted to argue with me, and so I spoke to them afterwards, and we had a great conversation about their disagreement with my talk. But ultimately, I felt welcomed. I felt it was a very young and dynamic organization, and everybody is there learning and discovering what lifestyle medicine is about. So that was very exciting. So much so that I was invited back the following year to do another talk called Designing a Code of Ethics in Lifestyle Medicine. And it was during that conference that I passed my exam for the diplomate of the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. And once again, a fantastic atmosphere. Everybody's just inventing the wheel, just being innovative. And what I found is that everybody there have day jobs. And so they are all trying to bring in lifestyle medicine into their job. But there are all kinds of people, from doctors, cardiologists, emergency physicians, obstetricians, nurses, social workers, all kinds of different walks of life. So what is lifestyle medicine? What is this movement that has taken my life by storm the last 10 years? Well, lifestyle medicine uses an evidence-based approach for lifestyle therapeutic changes. And so it focuses on promoting the consumption of whole food, plant predominant dietary lifestyle, regular physical activity, adequate sleep, stress management, avoidance of risky substances like alcohol, tobacco, and illicit drugs, the application of proven non-drug modalities such as meditation, yoga, relaxation techniques, breathing exercises, and so it has lifestyle medicine has the aim to prevent, treat, and reverse chronic disease. And so what's special about lifestyle medicine is that it is validated as highly effective. So once again, as you know, I presented on this topic. I researched a lot of different types of medicine and practices, and there's a lot of practices out there that are not validated, that are not evidence-based. And I personally think that it is unethical to get involved in those things, because we are actually taking advantage of people in need who want to improve their health, and we may be selling them things that do not work and waste their time, their hope, their money. And so I take it very seriously to use validated evidence-based methods, and lifestyle medicine offers that. Lifestyle medicine addresses the root cause of disease, whereas many times we treat symptoms that may be unacceptable. Lifestyle medicine addresses the root cause, so that the problems that we then struggle to fix never happen, or at least are reduced in severity. Lifestyle medicine also has better outcomes, and it's lower in cost. It is the most economical form of medicine because it's value-based care. So by transforming somebody's life, they just don't have to come into the hospital, and they lead better lifestyles, better quality, and longer and more productive and happier lives. And so also lifestyle medicine is engaging. It puts the so-called patient in control of their own destiny, of their own care, instead of being passive consumers of medicine, which is the current state right now in conventional medicine. People walk in for years. They would walk in and they say, what pill should I take for the problem that I have? Just tell me what it is and I'll do it. But if you ask them to walk like I'm crazy. So it is engaging, right? It's empowering, but it's also affordable. Surgery, treatments, chemotherapy, investigations, high technology are extremely expensive and completely unsustainable. Lifestyle medicine is also patient-centered. It is about their experience. What is it, their values? What is it that they value the most? Is it a pianist who likes to play the piano and is afraid that their diabetes is going to take their sight and go blind? Is it a grandparent that wants to see his grandchild grow up? So we take their values and we focus them to improve their health with meaning, with a purpose. And of course, lifestyle medicine is healing. It can actually reverse many chronic diseases. And so once again, lifestyle medicine is simple and powerful therapy. It focuses on nutrition. So it is not a diet. It is a way of life. It is a set of habits where we promote a predominantly whole plant-based foods diet, rich in fiber, nutrient dense, and health promoting and disease fighting. We also promote what's called sleep hygiene, or good sleep practices. The impact that poor sleep has on our health is quite incredible. And we're discovering this in the last 6 or 8 years, but the basic science has always been there. But now we're getting really down to the detail, to the fact that chronic sleep deprivation leads to molecular breakdown of the body and the brain. Also exercise, but not just exercise the way we've known it since the 1970s, but exercise that has meaning, that is purposeful, that is engaging mentally, emotionally, existentially. Maybe somebody enjoys being part of a team or maybe they enjoyed it when they were students, and now they want to get back to playing basketball with friends in the afternoons and the weekends. It's got to be meaningful to them. Not just running on a treadmill in a basement, feeling sorry for themselves. Substance abuse. We don't just say don't do drugs, it's why may you be taking drugs or other substances? What are the mental health needs of the person? You look at the entire context of why they may be prone to substance abuse. Is it genetic? Is it environmental? Is it societal? Is it their circumstances that they're having difficulty coping with? Stress management. Stress is not necessarily bad. Eustress, EU stress. Stress is fine. It's the excessive stress or the toxic stress that is harmful. So stress management strategies are promoted so that people can deal with stress. With my clients, I tell them to always prepare to make plans for when things don't go the way they want, instead of waiting for that perfect day when everything will work. There are very few of those days in our lives. So we want to embrace the imperfections of life, and we want to promote knowing how to navigate life and a healthy lifestyle within the imperfections and the messiness of real world lifestyles. And healthy relationships. I oftentimes tell my clients that I don't want them to be health nuts. I don't want them to be health fanatics. I personally don't like health fanatics. They're knowing because they're self-absorbed. So health is an instrument for something. It is to do what you want to do, to help you bring purpose and meaning to your life, or for you to be there for others, not just to sit pretty and look healthy and there's more to that. Health is an instrument. So healthy relationships take that to the next level. It reminds us to connect with others, because that is where the meaning is in life, not just in being healthy and living as long as possible, but living with meaning. And so lifestyle medicine has seen some systems of change. Clinical guidelines from many organizations state that diet changes are a critical first-line treatment for many chronic conditions, such as diabetes, obesity, hypertension, and others, before we try any medications. And yet today, oftentimes we medicate people without addressing the lifestyle changes that would save them from having to take the medication, being dependent on the medication, and suffering the side effects of that medication. And so many national and international organizations have stood behind this principle, including the ones that you see here: the American Diabetes Association, Heart Association, Crohn's, colitis, cancer, the Department of Agriculture, Harvard Medical School. They all stand behind the value of lifestyle changes before other interventions. Lifestyle medicine is also different from other types of medicine you may have heard of. As Dr. Geyer once said, one of the most powerful aspects of lifestyle medicine is that patients become more engaged, active participants in their own self-care, disease prevention and management, and overall well-being. So once again, we empower the individual to take care of their own health, instead of making them consumers of the healthcare system. And so there are many types of medicine you may have heard of, such as preventative medicine or functional medicine, naturopathic medicine, or integrative medicine. But lifestyle medicine, its strength is that it stands on those 6 key lifestyle modalities that I mentioned, that attempt to prevent, treat, and reverse disease, and promotes a whole food, plant predominant diet, and has a holistic approach, including connecting with others. We are clearly and obviously facing a chronic disease epidemic in the Western world. And in the United States alone, our healthcare costs have reached more than $3.3 trillion annually. 90% of these costs are attributed to the treatment of chronic, ongoing lifestyle-related conditions. And so lifestyle medicine addresses the root cause to improve the health, quality of life, of the person, of the individual, and reduces costs dramatically. So 60% of adults in the US have a chronic disease, and 40% have 2 or more of these. And you will recognize these because Mexico has the same problems. Heart disease, cancer, chronic lung disease, cerebrovascular accidents, Alzheimer's disease, and diabetes. And so this is this is all wrapped up in unsustainable economics. 90% of the 3.3 trillion, I made a mistake there. It's not billion, it's trillion. 90% of that is spent on chronic disease. And nearly half of all Americans live with one or more chronic diseases. And so lifestyle medicine is cost effective and it is life-saving. In 2018, an advisory board of economists, research physicians, healthcare consultants, actuaries, and data analysts got together to found the Lifestyle Medicine Economic Research Consortium. And so this is where things can be truly transformative. When everybody, all the stakeholders get together and start thinking along the same lines. Prevention is the key. Change in behavior is the key. In order to get mass adoption of this new philosophy in health and medicine. And so why now? Well, there's an educational imperative. In the US, medical schools provide very little nutrition training to their medical students. And only 27% provide the minimum 24 hours recommended by the National Academy of Sciences. And that is still very little. And this is just nutrition. There are many other topics in lifestyle medicine, as you can imagine, that are not covered appropriately. And so over time, there have been commentaries and letters, and the movement has begun, and there's more momentum to the point that now the American College of Lifestyle Medicine has published a course syllabus, and which gave rise to the Lifestyle Medicine Education Collaborative, which everyone has access to online if you're a member of ACLM or any of its sister organizations. And that eventually led to the Lifestyle Medicine Residency Curriculum, which is really what we're looking forward to, training doctors who are interested in this from the very, very beginning after medical school. They can get trained in that, even if it's too late for some of us. So the American College of Lifestyle Medicine offers several benefits. A membership gives one access to continuing education credits, board certification. If you were to join the Mexican organization, then your board certification would be through the International Board of Lifestyle Medicine. They have a growing content library online, and the membership also gives you access to the Journal of Lifestyle Medicine and Speakers Bureau, which is the way Victor and Elisa found me, which is a group of experts that are happy to communicate the message of lifestyle medicine. They also have several other tools, and they connect with consumers in order to change the public's mind. And finally, corporate roundtables. So that we connect with corporations to see what they can do and how we can all collaborate to move this movement forward. And so I just want to mention that the Lifestyle Medicine International Conference of 2020 will be in November in La Costa, Carlsbad, California. And by the way, it does not even attract just health professionals, like I said, but also just lay people, just lawyers and retirees and students of all kinds. Anybody's welcome. And I've seen it grow in a matter of 2 years. I saw it grow from 800 to 1,200 attendees. It's a fantastic event. And so the lifestyle medicine is a growing global effort. There's already a Latin American Lifestyle Medicine Association and a Lifestyle Medicine Global Alliance. There are more than 19 different national, lifestyle medicine organizations around the world, from Israel to the Middle East, to China, to all over Europe. And they're all just as innovative, just as enthusiastic to change people's lives. And in terms of the Lifestyle Medicine Global Alliance, the convergence of lifestyle medicine professional associations from around the world, it unites everybody. And it's good because it helps us to coordinate our efforts. For example, we don't have to reinvent the wheel over and over. If somebody's producing very good educational materials, well, then let's just share them online. So it is a great international global movement. Now, I just want to talk a little bit about the health in Mexico. Among the 126 million Mexicans, more than 70% have some degree of obesity. 30% have cardiovascular disease. 30% may have mental health issues. 12% may have cancer at some stage in their lives. And 10% may be incapacitated by diabetes. And so the top causes of death in 2017 in Mexico included ischemic heart disease, chronic renal disease, diabetes, interpersonal violence, which makes us wonder how much of that is societal, economics, but also mental health related, and cirrhosis, as well as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, usually related with smoking. So it is time for Mexico to join the movement in great strength. So why is it time for Mexico to lead in lifestyle medicine? Lifestyle medicine is a new discipline. So it's very dynamic. It can be shaped to our needs. But it is also now well established. I have seen it get established in the last 10 years. And it was a very small movement in 2010 when I first heard of it. And it has been transformed. We now have curricula of training. There are schools working to establish residency programs. So it is strong enough, it is established enough that it is not such a big gamble for Mexico. It is not totally experimental. We know it works. It is established. This is the time. It's not such a risk for Mexico to join in. It would be a mistake for Mexico not to join in. Mexico is also in urgent need for what lifestyle medicine brings, as I just described. In fact, it would greatly benefit from the prevention and treatment of chronic disease, and it is extremely highly cost effective. Also, Mexico has great advantages. Mexico has always been a great early adopter of what the United States produces. Sometimes for good, sometimes for bad. Mexico has been following the United States in the chronic disease trends, but we can also adopt this new movement in lifestyle medicine. And Mexico has a long history of leadership in Latin America. And as you can see, we already have a Latin American Association of Lifestyle Medicine. I think Mexico deserves and can earn a place in leadership among them and in this entire hemisphere. A lot of Latin America look to us in Mexico to lead in many of these things. And Mexico also has great cultural strengths. Mexico they adapt, they're resilient, they have a sense of humor, they keep going no matter what. And also, for example, I have had the opportunity to have several Mexican-American clients here in the US. And here in the US, Mexican food has a reputation for being kind of like fast food or maybe even junk food. And that's because that's what most people have access to. Most non-Mexican Americans know. But when I work with Mexican American clients, I'm very clear to tell them, if you really think about Mexican food, it's probably, it can be called a health food. You just have to watch the portions and get real ingredients. But between salsa and guacamole and beans and rice and lettuce and so many vegetables that we use, it's actually relatively easy to promote a healthy diet in the traditional Mexican cuisine. I really found it very surprising how easy it was. But it's about portion control. It's about attitudes towards food, about controlling stress eating, emotional eating, so many other things that come in, which is fascinating because everyone is a little different. But Mexico has that strength. Other places, not so much, like the United States. I don't know how many American typical traditional health foods there are. So why is it time for Mexico? Well, to cooperate with to collaborate with the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, because the ACLM is a clear world leader in the movement. We have aimed to meet the needs of the largest and fast growing minority in the US, which are the Hispanics, who share certain genetics, certain culture, attitudes, and language. And so the ACLM is already geared to helping that demographic, that culture. So I think Mexico can get in there and create a very strong association and collaboration with ACLM. ACLM is already developing Spanish language materials, which facilitates the adoption of the philosophy and the materials and the science. So the ACLM is already publishing public-facing infographics, as well as educational materials for patients, as well as for professionals, as well as professional assessment tools, again, for professionals to use with their clients and patients. So all of this did not exist, 8 years ago, 10 years ago. This is all coming out now. And so this is the time for Mexico to join the movement and take a leadership position. So lifestyle medicine in practice, I just want to give you a more granular view as to what this means. So what does a lifestyle medicine specialist do? Well, I'm going to have to be vague here because everyone is a little different. Everyone brings. I told you my story. What I decided to do was leave surgery and start a health coaching company and become a health coach myself. Other people stay in surgery. I know one who's a pediatric surgeon, bariatric surgeon in the US, but he's from Mexico. And he gets involved. He integrates lifestyle medicine in his clinical practice. So you don't even have to be a doctor or a nurse, but if you are a personal trainer or a physical therapist, anything, you can gain a better view of the big picture of what wellness is, what real wellness and health is for your patient or client, and use the principles of lifestyle medicine. And of course, focus on the area that you work on. I've seen psychologists, therapists, psychiatrists, all kinds of specialists use lifestyle medicine to better inform their practice. So what is a consultation like? Well, again, it depends on who you are. So I am a health coach, so my consultations are, there's no physical contact, there's no examination, there's no blood tests or anything like that. That's my choice. I choose to do that. You can be a lot more hands-on. I work mostly remotely. So during the pandemic, this has not really affected my work. But other people, again, may choose to have a clinic. It could be a full-time thing or a part-time situation. But what I would say is key in a consultation, no matter who you are, is that you look at the person in front of you. You're not just looking at the computer or blood tests. You focus on the person. You try to get yourself in their shoes. You try to understand the big picture, the psychosocial situation in which they're in order to address the big picture for them. And then, of course, from the big picture and, of course, their health goals, then you narrow it down to a more granular level and you help them understand how a single action or establishing a single habit is going to help the big picture. So now that's more of the health coaching, but anybody could do that. That's based on my experience. What impact can lifestyle medicine have on your life and career? Well, for me, it aligned all of my interests. It gave me a chance to focus more on my health, because surgical training is tough on one's health. I was not leading a very healthy lifestyle as a surgical resident for 9 years. So I got to, because I became a father and a husband, I focused on family life, on quality time, on communication with my family, on taking care of myself, and being a role model for my clients. So all of these things, it just becomes really nicely aligned, instead of having that tug of war between your work and your sleep, your work and your family, your work. Now I just squished everything together and aligned everything in one direction. So when one thing does well, other things go well. And likewise, when things go bad, I know I'm going in the wrong direction. So that is probably the single most rewarding thing for me, is that I stopped being in a tug of war, and then I aligned everything into the same direction. So when my personal life is doing well, my professional life is doing well too, because I'm being a better coach to my clients. And so needless to say, it gave me great career satisfaction. How can one transition to lifestyle medicine? I'll give you I'll give you eight very specific suggestions at the end. But there's no right way of doing it. I would say you're doing the right thing by being in this presentation today and joining us. Take down the information, follow up, research what you can find as to just a little bit of education online, just to dip your toe into the field and say, hey, is there anything here for me? Whether you're a businessman or a doctor or anything else. Can one integrate lifestyle medicine into another field? Absolutely. And I think it's almost a requirement, because there is right now, nobody's growing up saying, I want to be a lifestyle medicine specialist. And so we all come from that different path. And so you do integrate it, and I think you should. And I think that's what makes lifestyle medicine great. The fact that you can put it into your practice. I love the idea that a dietitian can be focused on lifestyle medicine, or a physical therapist, or occupational therapist, or psychologist. Even child psychologists get involved. So here are my personal recommendations. If you are interested in learning more about lifestyle medicine, I would say one, as they say on the airplane before you take off, and they take you through the emergency protocols, put on your own mask first. In other words, take care of your own health first. Focus on what I've mentioned, the aspects of life and health that I've mentioned. Ask yourself, which one is the most obviously imbalanced in my life? So start focusing on your health, because nobody is above lifestyle medicine. It affects everybody. This is one of the things that actually attracted me to lifestyle medicine. As a surgeon, I would see anesthesiologists, and you could see through their white coat, their cigarettes in their pocket. And if you're a doctor, you would know that you will know that anesthesiologists, the first thing they ask you before you take somebody to the operating room is, are they smokers? They want to know that, because that changes all of the risk factors for the patient. No matter if it's a hernia operation or a bypass surgery, they want to know if the patient is a smoker. And I would see anesthesiologists smoking outside the hospital, and I thought, what a cognitive dissonance that is. I mean, they need to take care of themselves first. So we must all do that. So you got to look at yourself first in the mirror and think, nobody's above lifestyle medicine. We can all benefit from it. And this is why lifestyle medicine has changed my health and my life. Number two, remember what first drew you into healthcare. If you happen to be a healthcare professional, think back at what you first thought. What got you into this when you were in high school, or when you were a kid, a little child, and you thought, I want to be a doctor? What is it that made you feel passion for the field? Because lifestyle medicine gets to the heart of that. It gets to that. What moves me is I hope every day to reduce suffering, to prevent suffering. Life can be long or short, but suffering is horrible. And so I want to reduce suffering. Whether somebody has 2 more years to live or 45, I want them not to suffer. I personally focus on their quality of life, and for people not to lose their loved ones prematurely. That's my focus. That's my motivation. And that's always been my motivation. So think of what first motivated you and consider that lifestyle medicine probably satisfies that. Number 3, develop a growth mindset. Many of us are experienced professionals. Many of us are pretty settled in our ways, and we need to start thinking as a student, as a child, as somebody who doesn't know much but needs to learn. That is called a growth mindset, and we need that in order to innovate, in order to learn, but also in order to discover what may satisfy us and fulfill us. Become part of the movement. So what I've described to you is a global movement, but you can become part of it locally in your own house, in your own community, at work. So you can connect with the Asociación Mexicana de Medicina de Estilo de Vida, with the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, or with the Latin American Lifestyle Medicine Association. Connect with others that are like-minded, and you will learn a lot, and you will start contributing. Also learn and grow. So you can visit the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, and they offer an entire suite of accredited courses. So they're courses that can help your career move forward, or just inform you more about what is lifestyle medicine. You can meet like-minded professionals. I find that extremely intriguing and inspiring. Probably, I'll admit to you that probably about 60% of why I go to conferences, or 70%, is to just get enthusiastic about meeting other people. I love seeing people struggle and also succeed with their move towards lifestyle medicine. Attend and get involved in conferences, be it small or big, local or national or international. And consider becoming a diplomat of the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, or in this case with Mexico, you would become a diplomat of lifestyle medicine through fantastic qualification. It was hard work. I had to study a lot for it, but it's not impossible. If you take the smaller little courses that they offer, then you get your head around what it is about. And then when you dive into the studying for the diplomat, it all makes sense. And keep in mind that a lot of it applies to your own health. So it is extremely informative for yourself, for your family, as well as for whatever it is that you hope to do with it. And lastly, just go forth as a more fulfilled healer. I find that I'm a much happier person. Even though I left clinical medicine and surgery behind, I feel like I'm living my vocation every day. I don't feel like I stopped being a doctor and so now I'm not doing what I always wanted to do. I actually feel like I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do. One of the most common questions I get from my clients is, why would anybody leave surgery? And my answer is, well, it was a bit crazy, I have to admit. I did not know what to expect, but looking back, it just felt so right, and it still does. I miss my patients once in a while. I miss operating, but the lifestyle and the satisfaction of the job is fantastic. So I highly recommend it. Yeah, I totally do. So there you are. I don't know why this went back like this. 1 second, please. Okay, so thank you very much. And this is the website for the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. And there's some resources here also. And I believe Victor and Elisa are recording this for future reference. So thank you very much, everybody, for your attention. I will...
Thank you, Victor. I don't know if you can hear everyone clapping from
No,
home.
I can't.
Thank you so much.
That's very kind of them.
We're going to open the chat for questions. Please, por favor, pueden escribir sus preguntas en el chat y tenemos unos minutos más para poder contestar. Víctor, aprovecho nada más en lo que escriben las preguntas. Gracias por esta gran presentación, nos motivas, nos iluminas y también tu historia personal creo que puede ser una historia muy inspiradora. En lo particular así lo siento y gracias por compartir esa parte íntima y tan valiosa para todos.
Muchas gracias. Fue un gran placer verlos hoy y pues sería un placer contestar cualquier pregunta que quieran, que tenga alguien.
Hay una pregunta aquí de la doctora Sacal, dice, muchas gracias por la presentación. ¿Cómo se ve una receta, un prescription que tú le das a algún paciente?
Sí. Bueno, una vez más, solo quiero aclarar que yo tengo clientes y no pacientes. Es una distinción, bueno, es algo diferente, pero uso los términos con cuidado, porque la actitud es un poco diferente, la relación es un poco diferente, pero para contestar la pregunta, todo depende. Para empezar, comienzo con una sesión larga, como de unos 90 minutos, y eso es después de haberles pedido que contesten muchas preguntas por email. Entonces ya tengo ya el tiempo que pasamos juntos ya está mucho más enfocado, porque ya sé de dónde vienen, ya sé cómo es su situación. Entonces simplemente es para aclarar cosas y para contestar preguntas. Y después, cada semana los veo más en promedio 1 hora a la semana o menos. Y se vuelve, uno como que agarra vuelo. Poco a poco va ganando más confianza, más respeto, más entendimiento. Y a veces las sesiones duran menos de 1 hora porque ya sabemos exactamente lo que está pasando. Por ejemplo, yo tengo un sistema que le digo a mis clientes, it has to make sense. ¿Sí? Porque dicen, ¿qué hago? ¿Pruebo estos jugos o tomo estas vitaminas? Y siempre les digo, it has to make sense. Sense, de haber sabido, había puesto una imagen, pero sense, la palabra sense, S-E-N-S-E, quiere decir que tiene que, yo inventé esto después de tener varios clientes por unos años, it has to make sense. S tiene que ser safe. Safe, effective, natural, sustainable, and enjoyable. Entonces, les digo, lo que sea que vayamos a intentar, tiene que ser safe, effective, natural, sustainable, and enjoyable. Quiere decir, hay que asegurarnos de que no le vaya a dar daño, no le vaya a causar daño, ¿no? Al cliente. Porque hay muchas cosas que son peligrosas. Hay ciertos juicing y detoxes y cosas que pueden afectar los electrolitos y dejar a la persona en la sala de urgencias con imbalances severos. Entonces, hay que asegurarnos que sea algo seguro. Tiene que ser efectivo, tiene que hacer lo que se supone que debe hacer. Entonces, la conversación se trata sobre identificar este tipo de técnicas. Entonces, yo no menciono nada que yo sienta que no cumpla estos requisitos. Tiene que ser natural. Ahora, natural no me refiero a la falacia de que si es natural es bueno para nosotros, ¿no? Aquí en Texas tenemos víboras de cascabel y el veneno es orgánico y natural, pero no tiene nada de bueno para nosotros. O sea que no me refiero a ese tipo de natural, me refiero a que tiene que ser natural, espontáneo para mi cliente o para el paciente. No les voy a pedir que intenten un ejercicio que les choca, pero tiene que ser natural. Por ejemplo, si siempre les ha gustado nadar, los invito a regresar a la alberca después de 20 años de quizás no haber nadado. Entonces tiene que ser natural, que les interese. Eh, eh, Sustainable, entonces tiene que ser sustentable, ¿no? No intenten nada, por ejemplo, un sistema de ejercicio o una dieta que no crean poder mantenerlo por, digamos, 2 o 3 años, por lo menos. Antes yo decía 10 años, pero tampoco quiero exagerar, porque entonces se inhiben. Pero simplemente tiene que ser algo que aguante, ¿no? Y finalmente lo tienen que disfrutar. En mi filosofía de la medicina de estilo de vida es no hacerlos sufrir, sino hacerlos encontrar la felicidad en la vida. Entonces, si no completa todo eso, ni lo mencionamos. Y entonces es una conversación, es un diálogo, y en coaching hacemos que la persona llegue a la conclusión de lo que ellos tienen que hacer. Entonces yo no receto, pero si yo fuera médico y estuviera practicando lifestyle medicine como médico, sí hay formas de hacer recetas. Por ejemplo, ahí está este recetario, como pueden ver, es para personas, para que introducir al paciente a la nutrición basada en los vegetales, ¿no? Entonces dice, download the Plantrition Project's Plant-Based Diet Quick Start Guide. Watch Fork Over Knives documentary. Entonces, es un checklist y esto pueden intentarlo. Es un checklist de hacer, de cómo irse educando. Ellos es autodidáctico, poco a poco, para que vayan descubriendo las cosas. Así como yo les mencioné esto de nutritionfacts.org, del doctor Michael Greger, yo siento que eso es fantástico y que todos deben verlo. Y después de verlo, ya tendrán una opinión sobre eso. Quizás les guste o no, pero hay que educarlos. Entonces, les damos recursos, es una conversación y termina con una decisión perfectamente concreta. Les digo, entonces, ¿qué vas a hacer esta semana? Y me dicen, me voy a ir a dormir media hora antes y voy a beber agua con cada alimento y voy a llamar a un amigo 2 veces a la semana o a un pariente querido con que no he llamado. Y yo personalmente, otra vez, yo he desarrollado un sistema a través de los años donde siempre comienzo con el sueño. Porque cuando uno mejora el sueño, uno elimina muchas de las urgencias por comer mucho azúcar o grasa o ese tipo de cosas. Los nervios bajan, entonces ya no estamos tan nerviosos y ansiosos de comer. Eh, el estrés disminuye, ¿no? Nos sentimos mejor, estamos de mejor humor, o sea, todo mejora si uno duerme bien. Entonces yo me paso semanas a veces con cada cliente mejorando su sueño antes de hablar de gimnasio y de clases y de comer y de no comer chocolate. No, todo eso es después, porque su actitud, su estado mental y emocional mejora muchísimo una vez que están durmiendo bien. Entonces yo tengo una secuencia, primero sueño, después hidratación, porque es fácil modificar cuánto uno bebe antes de modificar los alimentos. Y ya cuando terminan la hidratación, pueden ser semanas, ya están convencidos de que pueden cambiar su comportamiento y de que tienen resultados inmediatos. Entonces ya tienen vuelo, ya agarran vuelo, entonces ya dicen, bueno, pues ok, entonces, ¿y ahora cómo vamos a cambiar mi dieta? Yo no les doy una dieta. Yo les digo, ¿qué quieres lograr? ¿Qué opinas tú? ¿Qué debes comer menos? ¿De qué debes comer menos? ¿Qué debes comer más? Ellos saben muchas de las respuestas. Entonces es una relación muy dinámica y yo estoy facilitando, no estoy dictando tanto. El cambio de dieta es basado en hábitos. Entonces son hábitos de comer hasta 80% de estar lleno, de comer lentamente, de poner el tenedor en la mesa entre cada mordida, de beber agua con un alimento. Y me paso semanas con eso y empiezan a bajar de peso a veces y no les he dicho nada de qué comer, ¿me explico? Sino que simplemente estamos cambiando la forma de pensar. Y después de la dieta hacemos un poco de ejercicio y después de eso pensamos en la salud mental y luego en conectar. Entonces es un viaje muy largo y muy efectivo.
Excelente, buenísima respuesta, gracias. Platícanos un poquito como pregunta, ¿cómo fue tu experiencia de estudiar para el examen de certificación cuando empezaste a leer los materiales en línea del curso y prepararte para el examen de, creo, 150 preguntas?
Sí, bueno, entonces para entonces, como vieron, yo lo pasé en el 2017. Ya, para entonces yo ya llevaba 7 años en el campo. Bueno, no, como 6 años en el campo, investigando el campo y metido en el campo. Y creo que eso me ayudó muchísimo, porque ya había estudiado muchos de los temas y simplemente esta fue un repaso muy estructurado. Ahora, entonces, volvemos a lo mismo de siempre. Todo depende uno qué brinda a la situación. Si uno no tiene ni la menor idea de nada, va a ser mucho más difícil. No imposible, pero va a ser difícil y se te van a tener que enfocar mucho más en el tema. pero yo ya había estado haciendo coaching por mucho tiempo para cuando lo tomé. Entonces, para mí, me organizó mis pensamientos, mi entendimiento, me dio la excusa para estudiar bien el tema y actualizarme, pero fue relativamente normal para mí. Y ya había estudiado yo muchísimo en mi vida, entonces no es nuevo. Hay personas que quizás no hayan estudiado tanto para un examen profesional antes.
Ok,
Y yo estudié por mi parte y luego tomé el examen. Los materiales que tienen en el internet para preparación no eran malos, pero eran un poco obsoletos y los cambiaron un poco después de que yo lo tomé. Entonces ahora tienen unos materiales excelentes y totalmente actualizados. Me da envidia y casi me dan ganas de tomarlo otra vez por eso.
ok, gracias. Una pregunta relacionada a una pregunta que pusieron en el chat. ¿Qué experiencia tú has visto con profesionales de la salud que no son médicos, como coaches, nutriólogos, psicólogos, que empiezan a certificarse por el college y empiezan a practicarlo también ellos?
Em, pues y yo los veo en las conferencias, por ejemplo, y se ven muy contentos, muy realizados. Gran mayoría de las personas que he conocido continúan a balancear una carrera convencional. No me gusta ese término porque la medicina de estilo de vida también es convencional, o sea, simplemente no es tan tradicional, pero tienen un day job, tienen un trabajo y están introduciendo medicina de estilo de vida. Entonces, en vez de cerrar su trabajo así, y hacer lo que yo hice. Lo que yo hice, si mis hijas hubieran sido más grandes, yo creo que no lo hubiera hecho. Sí, ahorita en esta etapa, no estoy seguro, pero no puedo creer que lo hice y lo hice y tenía ahorros, entonces me tomé tiempo para estudiar y me metí a fondo y bueno, funcionó para mí. Pero no es fácil. Yo conozco muchas personas que tratan de abrir una clínica de lifestyle medicine y como la educación del público y no está al nivel, no hay suficiente demanda. La gente no entiende exactamente todavía lo que es. Entonces, como diría, 90% de las personas o más que yo conozco mantienen su práctica convencional y añaden valor, por ejemplo, nutrition coaching, añaden servicios, por ejemplo. O yo trabajo con un personal trainer que tiene un gimnasio y yo brindo la nutrición, el coaching de nutrición a sus clientes. Entonces, él simplemente estamos añadiendo valor a la experiencia de sus clientes, pero sí es difícil de empezar de nada y hacer lifestyle medicine 100% del tiempo, por
Pregunta
ahora.
aquí. Sí, perfecto, gracias. Voy a tratar de no alargar tanto. Algunas preguntas no las voy a preguntar y las vamos a contestar después de que termine esto para respetar el tiempo de todos. ¿Cómo los hospitales en Estados Unidos aceptan este estilo de manejo de pacientes en Estados
Excelente
Unidos?
idea. El sistema americano es terrible realmente en muchos aspectos en que em, le paga a los doctores por recetar medicamentos, pero no les paga por hacer coaching. O sea, si no pueden cobrar 15 minutos de educación al paciente o se lo hacen muy difícil para reembolsarles. Entonces, los incentivos para los médicos es recetar medicamentos, recetar. Entonces, en vez de darles una medicina para el colesterol, nosotros nos gustaría que se sentaran y les explicara a los pacientes cómo podemos prevenir este problema de hipercolesterolemia. Pero eso no ocurre mucho, entonces simplemente recetan. Entonces, es un problema institucionalizado. Pero poco a poco están mejorando. Por ejemplo, la Universidad de Loma Linda en California ya está creando uno de los primeros programas de residencias en Lifestyle Medicine y poco a poco estamos educando al público. El doctor Dean Ornish, que es muy famoso por la dieta de Spectrum Diet, ha estado trabajando con el Congreso de Estados Unidos por muchos años, tratándoles de hacerle ver que el promover el consumo de vegetales es lo más cost efficient, ¿no? Es lo más eficiente en términos de costo, eh, pero hay mucha resistencia institucionalizada de la institución. Entonces, poco a poco, pero estamos mejorando.
Perfecto. Otra pregunta interesante de la doctora Sacal. ¿Cuánta gente se necesita o recomiendas tú para formar un equipo y armar una clínica de lifestyle medicine? ¿O con qué especialistas?
Sí, excelente pregunta. Y una de las certificaciones que yo hice fue Health Coach, pero era para eso, para ese tipo de situación, para un equipo guiado con un líder médico. Entonces, para eso son más o menos como entre 5 y 7 personas, pero todo depende. Uno puede tener un exercise physiologist, puede tener occupational therapist, social worker. Uno puede expandir ese círculo, pero lo más básico sería probablemente un médico, alguna enfermera, un tipo de enfermera o physician assistant o algo así, eh, un dietólogo registrado y algunos health coaches, ¿no? Y de ahí, y también algo de ejercicio, ya sea un entrenador o un physiologist o lo que sea, y ya. Y claro que hay mucha tecnología que podemos usar, hay apps, hay medicina y telehealth y todo esto. Entonces, se puede expandir el reach, el alcance a los pacientes. Em, pero sí, bueno, y el ACLM tiene un documento que explica exactamente estos papeles para una clínica, ahora que me acuerdo, sí.
Excelente. Vamos a ver otra pregunta. ¿Cómo podemos integrar a personas al movimiento de medicina de estilo de vida en México, quienes aún se rehúsan a cambiar su paradigma de salud o su paradigma médico?
Bueno, pues no podemos forzar a nadie a hacer nada, pero haciendo este tipo de evento, simplemente educándolos y bien, haciéndolos ver que tiene un impacto, que sí impacta las vidas, la calidad de vida y la felicidad de las personas, yo digo que eso habla por sí mismo. No debemos, la medicina de estilo de vida debe sobresalir arriba de lo que ocurre, por ejemplo, que vemos en Facebook y vemos en otras redes sociales del dogmatismo, de que si eres keto, de que eres paleo, de que eres whole food, whole 30, nos volvemos muy cerrados y perdemos la vista y la perspectiva a la evidencia. Les voy a ser 100% sinceros. Me encanta la filosofía de ACLM, pero siempre me he preguntado, ¿qué pasaría si hubiera una investigación, algo que descubriera que algún vegetal es malo para nosotros? ACLM, síntomas de que sí lo harían, sí lo mencionarían, es suficientemente abierto el diálogo que se puede discutir eso. A pesar de que sí promueven ciertos documentales que son bastante alineados con el veganismo o el vegetarianismo, pero en realidad es whole food plant-based diet. Eso es muy importante. Whole food plant-based diet. Yo siempre le digo a mis clientes que uno podría ser vegetariano y beber cerveza y comer papas fritas todo el día, ¿no? Pero de eso no estamos hablando de comida que es muy rica en nutrientes.
Excelente. Bueno, pues quiero ser respetuoso con el tiempo de todos, entonces, pues voy a cerrar con unos comentarios. Hoy nos queda claro que la función de la medicina de estilo de vida es básica. En épocas de coronavirus vemos que los pacientes con más enfermedades crónicas pues tienen un mayor riesgo y pues eso nos pone en el spotlight todo lo que estamos haciendo. Entonces, quiero también repetir que los materiales del American College están disponibles para nosotros en español y se los podemos hacer llegar a través de nuestras líneas de contacto de la MEV. Y bueno, pues invitarlos a todos a asociarse con nosotros en este movimiento, traer gente y también obviamente certificarse en medicina de estilo de vida. Es un proceso relativamente sencillo, se pueden inscribir, se paga por el curso y reciben todos los materiales en línea para poderlos estudiar en línea. También reciben un libro que es el Board Review. Es un libro bastante completo que te puedes tomar varios meses en estudiar. Yo estoy aprovechando la cuarentena para estudiar para mi examen. Y ya que tienes todos los materiales pasados en los cursos en línea, se hace la parte presencial del curso en el Congreso Nacional de Medicina de Estilo de Vida que tendremos Dios mediante en febrero del próximo año. Y ahí mismo va a haber un examen de certificación internacional donde viene el equipo del International Board of Lifestyle Medicine. Ellos aplican el examen y para aquellos que logren pasar con la calificación mínima requerida, entonces ya están certificados por el Board Internacional y pues pueden ya tener todas estas prácticas, digamos, de manera oficial en sus clínicas. Es un proceso sencillo, pero obviamente requiere el estudio dependiendo de todo lo que ya tengas experiencia. Y bueno, los contactos ya los vamos a poner aquí en el chat para que puedan contactarnos, tanto asociarse con la asociación y buscar más información sobre los cursos que se van a estar dando de educación continua, así como la certificación internacional. Entonces te dejo a ti, Víctor, cerrar con unas últimas palabras. Y bueno, agradezco a todos su presencia y aquí estaremos en contacto en días próximos.
Muy
Gracias.
bien, muchísimas gracias a todos. Simplemente les quiero decir, veo que hay muchas preguntas. Si hay algunas preguntas, Víctor y Elisa, que no hayan sido contestadas, sería mi placer contestarlas por email si ustedes se van a comunicar eh, con todos más
Sí,
tarde. Yo podría incluir eso si quieren. Muchísimas gracias por su tiempo, por la energía que pusieron en organizar este evento. Y les deseo a todos que se mantengan sanos, salvos y felices. Muchísimas gracias.
hasta luego. Damos por terminado.